Well, I've got a little free time this morning, so I'm gonna dig out my 1206 that I put away the other day after the tractor show. And I've got an M&W PTO dyno that I've been wanting to put it on for a long time and just haven't had time, or the dyno was broken. Last time I had the dyno out was like last September, about a year ago actually. And I had it on a John Deere 4320 that I was selling. And I got it up to 125 PTO horsepower. And then it's a hydraulic dyno, so one of the hoses popped, and so that was it. So, and then a friend of mine wanted to break in a 4020. He had just overhauled and restored, and so I actually just set the dyno on his pickup. He took it, fixed it, hooked the 4020 up to the dyno. I think it made 108 on there, but we're gonna get my 1206 out, hook it on the dyno, and see how it performs. I honestly don't know. The tractor kind of has an unknown amount of hours. It runs really well, but you just don't know how worn out it is. Need to look up on tractor data and see what it should make. But we'll take a look and see. PTO dynos that are hydraulic aren't the most accurate as, let's say, as like an A&W Prony dyno. The PTO dynos, the hydraulic oil is what they use to create the friction to pull down a motor. And so depending on oil temperature, it can be right or wrong. It is like 52 degrees out this morning, so it can be a little chilly doing this, but we'll get the dyno warmed up, get the tractor warmed up together, and then pull it down and see how it does. Oh, there she is, back in the corner. There's something really good sitting back in here behind it, which I haven't really showed off yet on YouTube. If you're on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you've seen it. It's my 4,000 hour 1468. That's original paint. We'll get that out sometime and talk about it too. But this morning we're worried about this guy here. So let me crawl up on here. This will be about the coldest temperatures I've ever started this tractor in since I've had it. I think one day I fired it up, it was about 30 when I first got it. And I didn't like that very well, but we'll see how this goes. We'll move my pickup, let this warm up. That's what we're hooking on to. The sun is bright this morning. We'll get the rest way by hand. That dyno rolls really easy. So this is the dyno. It's an M&W P400 dyno. Same as like the turbo people or the 9-speed transmissions on some of the older farm-haul tractors. But what it is basically is a giant hydraulic pump. The tank over there on the right here holds hydraulic oil. In there, there's oil. And it runs it through a pump here. And the pump, as you restrict flow, the pump is driven off PTO. As you restrict flow, it creates a load, and that's how you get your PTO readout based on, or your RPM your horsepower readout based on pressure. So we run the tractor up, and we're going to load it down. The tractor, we're going to put it wide open throttle, run it down to 540 RPM right there, and then we'll go over here, and on the blue scale, grab our horsepower number. And honestly, we might come close to maxing this out. When I put my 1468 on it, we maxed it out. So we'll see, but this is going to be fun. I got to turn the water on because it uses water to cool this thing. So we're going to put some water in it. Water goes in through a cooler, just like on any other piece of machinery. And it comes out and we'll drain her out here on the ground. So I'm gonna go turn water on and we'll get everything warming up. Okay, water's running. I kicked the PTO in. So we're gonna run the tractor up to about 1500 RPM and just let it warm up. Because it's still just on 100 degrees temp. So we're gonna run, I know that's hard to read, but we're about 1500 RPM right there on the gauge. Not smoking yet or anything. So we're gonna walk over here. We'll run the dyno down so it loads it a little bit. Now watch. PTO, we're cranking down here. We'll let it run about right there. It's putting out about 30 horsepower right there. We'll watch that temp gauge come out. And then we're gonna watch the temp gauge on the tractor do and let it warm up for a little while. So now we drink some coffee and wait for a little bit, I think. Let everything warm up nicely. And then we'll load it. We're still warming things up. We're loading her some just to get things warmed up. It's not loaded down hard by any means currently. I think we're putting out about 65 horsepower on the dyno right now at probably like 400 RPM. It's a little low, so that reading will be a little off. So we're just letting her warm up right now. Almost 70 horsepower, but we're not quite at 540. That gauge is coming up some. Tractor temp is looking about 130 right now, so we're getting there. Okay, I think we're up to temp. I idled the tractor up to PTO RPM and loaded it some, and that's about 95 horsepower. It's putting out 90 or 95 right here. And we're not working yet. We're gonna see it in mind. The oil's warming up, so it gets thinner, so pressure comes down. So that makes sense. We're good on heat there. Tractor's warmed up now, so I'm gonna put my phone in a tripod here. We'll idle everything off here and start over. Overrated RPM, overrated horsepower, so that's pretty cool. We're pushing some water out, I see, so that's pretty normal because I had a pretty full antifreeze. But that's awesome. It's making some good power right now. Now 125, that is awesome. It's healthy, that's for sure. Well, that's pretty much it. We made about 125 on the dyno. That's a healthy tractor. I'm tickled. Looks like I might need to, got a water pump, looks like it might be leaking or something, but I'll worry about that later. But that's pretty much it. I'm really glad this thing's healthy. It acted like it, you just don't know. And that's about all my dyno can do is 125, so pretty pleased. It's a hell of a horse. So I guess we'll turn the water off, get the dyno cooled down and tractor cooled down and get everything put back away. Thanks for tuning in. And please like, subscribe, share, talk about it. I don't know. Everybody have a good time and go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.